A new book suggests that living longer and feeling younger is simpler than you think. The book is titled Longevity Made Simple, and it promises to challenge everything we think we know about health, aging, and the future of medicine. The book was written by Dr. Shad Marvasti, along with former U.S. Surgeon General Richard Carmona. Dr. Marvasti joins us right now. Good to see you again.
Great to see you again as well, Ted.
Yeah, all right. How simple can longevity be made? I mean, you're saying this is simple? Longevity sounds like an awfully complicated issue.
It sounds more complicated than it is. You know, the reality is you don't need to be a billionaire biohacker, have the greatest technology, and, you know, put down all these expenses to really get the most bang for your buck. And this really book is a culmination of nearly 20 years of my clinical experience in you know, treating patients and really taking a whole person approach to health, where we look at the science of epigenetics, right? Most people are familiar with genetics, but epigenetics is above and beyond our genes. And what we're learning there is that our zip code is actually more important than our genetic code in determining health and longevity.
How does the zip code affect the genetic code?
So where we live, how active we are, how socially isolated we are, or how connected we are, what we eat, the stressors in our life, these social, behavioral, and lifestyle determinants actually turn our genes on or off for better or for worse. So you can think about the genes we inherit like hardware, and these epigenetic inputs as basically upgrading or downgrading our software.
Interesting. All right. The 5 daily habits that you talk about in this book, the acronym is DRESS. You call it the DRESS code.
Yes.
DRESS. What do they stand for?
Diet, relationships, exercise, stress, and sleep. So these are the key epigenetic inputs. Diet is like the #1 risk factor for premature preventable disease. The standard American diet is nearly 70% processed food, or what I call frankenfoods. That is like a software downgrade. So it turns on genes that cause cancer, diabetes, Alzheimer's disease. But if we switch to a whole food diet that's mostly plants and basically whole vegetables, whole fruits, healthy fats, then we turn on genes that protect us against cancer, that protect us against heart disease.
So real quickly, before you go on further, you're not just saying, don't eat this stuff, it's bad for you. You're saying, eat this stuff, it's good for you.
Absolutely. I'm telling you what the things that you eat, and I'm saying that your gene expression actually changes not in a matter of years, not even months, but we can actually change gene expression in a matter of weeks. In the same time that it takes for your taste buds to turn over, in 4 to 5 weeks, you can actually change genes and turn on the ones that improve health and longevity.
Okay, the R is relationships.
Yes, so critical, so underestimated. Big Harvard study looking at graduates over 50 years, and they found that the single best predictor of health and happiness later in life was not your cholesterol level, but it was actually whether you had meaningful, authentic relationships in your life. This could be a romantic relationship, or it could just be a close friendship, a space of vulnerability and trust, and that actually turns on genes that improve longevity.
Exercise, we know this. Exercise is almost an elixir.
Any movement, right? We see in the blue zones where people live longer, any movement is actually very helpful. So it's not like you have to have an expensive gym membership. Just walking for 30, 45 minutes a day, just being active, that's really it.
And the 2 S's at the end, stress and sleep.
And stress is a double-edged sword. So short-term stress like a sauna or a cold plunge can actually help make your body more resistant to disease and healthy. But long-term chronic stress can actually increase chronic inflammation. So doing practices like yoga, tai chi, meditation, mindfulness-based stress reduction, these actually change brain structures in just 8 weeks and help your body cope with stress over the long term.
And as far as sleep is concerned,
it's about getting a consistent rhythm. It's about getting access to real sunlight early in the morning to reset your circadian rhythm, your internal clock, and basically having good sleep hygiene so that you're waking up and sleeping at the same time.
And good sleep hygiene, does that, I'm asking for a friend here.
Yeah.
Does good sleep hygiene mean waking up when animals wake you up or something in the middle of the night? Does that bother your sleep hygiene?
That doesn't necessarily. If you're getting really good REM sleep, then you're not going to get woken up by that.
Okay, but if you are woken up by that, then you got to figure out what to do with it.
Yeah, that's.
So basically, type 2 diabetes can be reversed.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
You can lose pounds. You can normalize blood pressure. All of these things you can do.
Yes.
For free.
This
is for free.
Yeah, and the thing is that people think that, you know, oh, I have diabetes, I have heart disease, I have Alzheimer's in my family, therefore I'm fated to get it. The reality is our genes are not our destiny, and that we can actually control our path. And so in the book, we give practical tips on how to do this and how to add that into your daily life.
Well, I was going to ask about the mental aspect.
Yes.
Where does willpower come into all this? Because all of these things, you need to get it done, and you can't just sit there and expect it to be done to you.
Well, I think you need guidance and you need support, which is where the fields of integrative medicine, lifestyle medicine, but so what we're calling whole health now. So this approach where we're not just giving you a medication or surgery, but we're prescribing food as medicine, prescribing exercise as medicine. And then as you're making those changes and we're helping you along that path, you're actually de-prescribing medication. I'm taking people off of blood pressure medication as their blood pressure comes down. I'm taking patients off of diabetes medication as their blood sugar comes down, because they're making the connections with data using technology like continuous glucose monitors to see how your activity level, the foods you eat, affect your blood sugar numbers. So then real time, you can actually make those changes and get reinforced in them.
Dr. Shad Marvasti, again, Longevity Made Simple. Congratulations on the book. Best of success to you. And this is really interesting stuff. Going to have to look it up. Going to have to figure it out.
Thank you very much, Ted.
Good to